Medivh versus Uther. I will fight with honor. Let the games begin.
And it was on this day that he uploaded a video. Breaking free of the grasp of games such as Rocket League and Tabletop Simulator, he emerged with a video about that other game he's quite fond of, named Hearthstone. And by he, I of course mean, well, me, this fool who could teach a magician a real disappearing act. Or if we would like to remain in context of the game we're seeing here, then I suppose I could teach a rogue a thing or two about vanishing. Man, seriously, I can't make one return video without making a lame joke at the start. Must remember to leave that out of my next comeback video. Anyways, how y'all doing? My name's Boo, and this is a Hearthstone gameplay. I'm playing as Medivh, the mage. Well, the alternate skin mage, because, pay to win and all that. Excuse me. And specifically, we're playing Majordomo Executus as the focal point, or main win condition, of the deck. Right on time. There's the man himself. Can't blame me yet, of course. It's a little early in the game for that. However, at some point in the late game, I want to drop him on the board, so I can transform myself into Ragnaros and hopefully burn my opponent to a crispy crisp, leaving him feeling humiliated at the hands of Majordomo Executus. Not something to be proud of, because, well, the card is shite, to put it not so delicately. The card just requires far too much setting up, and it's got "handle with care" written all over it. It's a damn infant, and it needs you to hold its hand the whole way through the game to work. And even then, you're playing the riskiest possible game imaginable. The only class that could feasibly do this, I'm dead certain, is Mage, because of the freezing and the ice block to keep you in it when it all seems hopeless. So why would you even play this deck as opposed to something that, works, and things that generally work much faster? Well, there's a very simple explanation for that. It's because it's fucking spectacular when it does work. And I mean, really, the satisfaction that you derive from winning with this deck, the few games that you may win with this deck, is incomparable to that of winning with an autopilot face deck. The other reason why Mage is simply the class for it came with the Grand Tournament, and that's Koldara Drake, which takes your ability to die insect and grants you the power of die many insects. Now, it's a pretty wild win condition, which is why it's supplemented by having Justicar Trueheart to upgrade the hero power to give you a sort of alternate win condition, since it will still synergize with the Koldara Drakes and the Maiden of the Lake that's already there. You could also try out Fallen Hero, and I have tried it with, I've tried it without, and I'm undecided, but that's the beauty of deck experimentation. And the decks that I like to play are generally the slower ones, the unconventional things, the things that you just don't see too often because I'm a hipster and I gotta be edgy and all that shite. Whatever. That's how I like it. And unfortunately, I get blown away by Secret Paladin's secrecy here. I'm thinking Avenge, I'm suspecting Redemption. I'm not thinking Repentance. But I play into it anyway, and before I even see the secret pop up, I drop Effigy. On a 1 health, 2 mana creature. Oh, good job, you flippin' idiot. And congratulations, you've now got a 2-3 that gets eaten alive by the 4-3. Shit! Decision making. It's nice when the game actually has some decision making and right and wrong plays, right? Right. Sucks when you get them wrong, though. Well, anyway, what are we going to draw to pull ourselves out of this man? Oh, beautiful! Now that's surely going to be Avenged, because polymorphing a 5-4 Divine Shield, that's perfect. Ooh, I can smell the value. If that's competitive spirit, I might actually kick a small... Okay, thank goodness. So that's it then. We've narrowed it down to being simply Noble Sacrifice. Guaranteed. I kind of enjoy the Secret Paladin puzzle that it is. It's kind of fun. No, it sucks. It definitely sucks. The puzzle part is cool. The bad part is just getting blasted away by all the superpowered minions, even if you've played the puzzle perfectly, simply because the power level is so high with the power spikes on turn 6 and 7 and 8. Oh my goodness, dude, please slow down. My face can only take so much punching. It wasn't so bad this time. We dodged the Mysterious Challenger on turn 6, haven't been hit by a Divine Favor. This is light as far as Secret Paladin usually goes, but even then... Ow. 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 That one tickled. Reno has made this bearable. Reno Jackson God damn, this game needed him. This game finally got him. A conditional, but all the same, full heal card. Yes, please. Oh my, what a godsend. And he's not in this deck. I don't think I could even fit Reno Jackson in this deck. There's far too many cards that are just too important to have two of, such as Frost Nova and Doomsayer and Ice Block. Things that will help you live. And Coldara Drake, of course, fueling that win condition. Far too important. It's going to have to be heal bots for this deck, and of course Alex Strauser, but you'd rather have it when you are Ragnaros and boost your max health from 8 to 15. Very nice. Now, I deemed earlier that this secret was in fact Noble Sacrifice. Well, now I finally have the chance to attack and trigger it. Except, he has a full board, which means I will not be triggering it. So go ahead, Acolyte. Feel the pain. A whole 6 damage worth, and put that boy in my Flame Strike range. Thank you. Well, the Noble Sacrifice will trigger now, and it will kill my Sludge Belcher thanks to the Boom Bot, but the board is clear, his hand is empty. I feel pretty good. Well, now it feels like there's very little left to do. I have Mage Domo, I have Coldara Drake, I have a heal bot for a heal. All I have to do is dodge a filthy top deck. Well, bollocks. There he is, the faint resemblance of a backbone for this deck. Alright boys, it's not over yet. But with the Ice Block down, I think it might actually be time. Here he comes to wreck your day, or mine. We'll find out yet. It's Mage Domo Executors from the Molten Core, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, fucking right. Get him down. Now, Repentance, unexpectedly, got blown earlier. It's very, very unlikely there's going to be a second one, so this will have 7 health. Competitive Spirit is absolutely 100% going to trigger here, because we haven't seen it all game. And now, the Paladin has a decision to make, based on his top deck, of course. If it's not direct damage, then he has to decide whether or not to kill Mage Domo, or to pop the Ice Block with the Challenger. He decides to go for the Ice Block, leaving me to make the attack. Now remember, my Mage Domo can hit the 7/7 without interference from Noble Sacrifice, since we've already got both. So now we arrive at the most important turn of the whole game. I'm 2 points from death, but I have Ice Block in hand, I have Mage Domo on the board. I'm under a lot of threat, but I need to find a way to deal with it. Ice Block pretty much always has to happen. There are some very risky plays that don't involve it, such as getting 2 Ragnaros shots out of Coldara Drake and blowing the board up, but why take the chance? I would rather have the Ice Block down and still wipe most of the threat from the board. I can take out Mysterious Challenger even if the Avenge buff lands on it, which is what I opt to do. Major Domo can get a fantastic trade onto it, and with 5 mana remaining, throwing down Heal Bar, it's not great. Rope's burning. Clock is ticking. Won't do anything fancy, just Hero Power, Die Insect, Arcane Intellect. It's not spectacular to draw cards at the end of the turn, but when you're running out of time like that on a pretty important, lengthy turn, it doesn't seem too bad. In fact, I'm very, very happy with the position I'm in. Now, for him to pop this Ice Block, it would take a lot of burns, such as King's Consecration, or Trousseau the Consecration, something to that effect. And if he has those cards, then he's not really adding any power to the board, which would make my Alex Strauser fantastic. It turns out he adds very little power to the board, and doesn't get my Ice Block. I'm feeling very comfortable with the 15 health on Ragnaros and an Ice Block down. Looks good. He's going to need a solid minion like a Tyrion or perhaps another Mysterious Challenger to hold him in it. We're approaching the end of the video now, so I would like to talk about what I want to do. And it took me a while to make this commentary because I didn't want to make it and post it until I had more stuff recorded and edited and ready to go like I do now. And Hearthstone is my game now. Hearthstone's the game I play the most. It's the game I certainly watch the most. I've watched countless hours of Hearthstone on YouTube. Trump's channel, Strifecrow's channel. Strifecrow is my personal favorite. I can say with certainty I have watched more Hearthstone than I've even played Hearthstone. I've played a lot of Hearthstone. Now then, with that in mind, I wanted to do something similar to what these guys do. And I love having them on my other monitor while I browse the internet or whatever. While I'm browsing Reddit, for example, nonchalantly, it is so nice to have it playing on the other screen, that sense of familiarity, and Hearthstone being such a calm game, and those 2 particular players being quite calm in their approach. I love it. That's the kind of effect that I would like to capture. That's something I feel like I could feasibly do. So if you like Hearthstone, or even if you don't even know anything about Hearthstone, but you can relate to that feeling that I was just talking about, of having something on the other monitor to keep you company, that is what I'm aiming for. And I have a few lined up already to go, which is why you are now able to watch this commentary, because I am happy. What else? Some of you perhaps are wondering about Black Ops 3. I'm afraid to say I've not bought it, and I don't expect I will be. as it's largely unlikely I'll venture down that road again, but I don't want to say I'm done with first-person shooters entirely, because I did get to play the Overwatch beta, albeit only for the stress test weekend, but I did get to play it, so for about 3 days, I think it was, something like that. I loved it, it was amazing. Unfortunately, not going to be seeing it for a while, even the beta's going down until about January, February, something like that, but anyway. That is a game I'm looking forward to, but until something more develops in that department, I think it's safe to say that Hearthstone will be the game that features on my channel until then. And we have reached the end. We did pull off the devastation of Ragnaros plus Kuldara Drake. Ooh, baby, the power. It feels pretty good. Alright folks, thank you very much for watching. More to come. I'll catch you soon. Goodbye for now. That's the one, yeah.